Hello students, I am sure you all are full of energy and joy. Today let's learn another topic, the supplementary. Fifth unit is supplementary. Let us cyclone. Okay, the title is Let us cyclone, the story of grizzly cub. Okay, this is the topic written by William Temple Hornaday. Okay, so the previous poem also you have learned, I hope so. You have learned, and the question answers also. Please learn that. Don't pile up your works. Then let's move on this topic. Let's take a look at the author. Flip the page number at 148. About the author, William Temple Hornaday, Doctor of Science, SC.D., Doctor of Science, who was born on December 1, 1854, passed away on March 6, 1937. Okay, was an American zoologist. Conservationist. Conservationist meaning preservation of wildlife. Okay, preservation of wild animals, wild forest, everything. Then taxidermist. Taxidermist meaning art of stuffing things. Okay, like toys, original animal skin, they stuff things and it's look like an original animal, right? They make it like that. That is what taxidermist. Okay, who was good at taxidermist and author. So he have multi-talented person, conservationist, taxidermist and author. He was a pioneer in the early wildlife conservation movement in the United States. Pioneer, which means a person who is among the first to explore the wild conservation. Okay, that is what a pioneer. He was a pioneer in the early wildlife conservation movement in United States. He only started first. Okay, explored this conservation movement. Then during his life, as a printing mistake is there, during his, not is, during his lifetime, he published many books and articles on the need for conservation of wild animals. He has given much importance for wildlife, okay, wild animals. So he wrote many articles and he published many books about conservation of wildlife, wild animals. Clear? Let me read again. William Temple Hornaday, Doctor of Science, who was born on December 1, 1854, passed away on March 6, 1937, was an American zoologist, conservationist, taxidermist and author. He was a pioneer in the early wildlife conservation movement in the United States. During his lifetime, he published many books and articles then on the need for conservation of wildlife. Clear? Please go through this, it's important. Then glossary, let's take a look at the glossary part. It's about the bear. Okay, this lesson is about the bear. So in that concept, let's go through the stumpy. Stumpy meaning short and thick. This bear's leg, it's very fat, right? Short and thick also. Okay, that's what mean. Stumpy, short and thick. Bowled. Bowled cried noisily. This bear noise. Okay, bowled means cried noisily. Then procured, obtained. Procured, obtained. Prodded, dug or poked. Prodded mean with using a stick they poke the animal. Okay. Annoy. Okay. Disturb the bear. Okay, using a stick. That's what poke, prick. Okay, prodded. Then droll. Droll means curious and amusing, funny. Okay, childish like, it's a play and amuse. That is droll, curious and amusing. Then pudgy. Pudgy meaning short and fat. This cub, cub is somewhat chubby, right? Fat. That's what pudgy means, short and fat. Then formidable, it's a dangerous. Formidable, which means dangerous. Then roistering. Roistering, celebrating noisily. Roistering, celebrating noisily. Okay. in a grand way, it's a celebrate noisily. Stalked, stalked, walked swiftly with pride. Walk swiftly with pride. Charismatic walk, okay. Then majestic walk also we could say. Then saucy, saucy meaning cheeky or impertinent, impertinent or rude, okay. Saucy, somewhat rude behavior. Then harsher, harsher meaning a person who drives cattle while on horseback. Usually we walk, we chase after this, what is this cattle and all. But here they sit on horse and chase that, okay. That is a harsher, as a person who drives cattle on horseback. Then confounded, confounded, confused, okay, confused. Then ignominiously, ignominiously meaning shamefully, ignominiously, which means shamefully. Then conscientiously, conscientiously, which means careful or meticulous. Meticulous also somewhat careful only, okay. Very thoroughly, okay. Conscientiously meaning careful, carefully and meticulously. Faint, faint, faked, not genuine, faint, fake, okay, not genuine, that is faint. Clear? Please learn the spellings also, it's somewhat difficult. So much silent letters are there, so learn the spelling and meaning, it's important, okay. Clear? Once again, let's go through glossary part. Stumpy, bowled, stumpy was meaning short and thick. Bowled, cried noisily. Procured, obtained. Prodded, ducked or poked. Then droll, curious and amusing. Pudgy, short and fat. Formidable, dangerous. Roistering, celebrating noisily. Stalked, walked stiffly with pride. Saucy, cheeky or impertinent. Any one word you could write. Hazer, hazer means a person who drives cattle while on horseback. Confounded, confused. Then ignominiously, shamefully. Conscientiously, carefully and meticulously. Faint, faked, not genuine. Clear? Learn this. Go through about the author also. Let's get back the topic. Page number 146. Flip the page number. Okay, what's the topic? Little Cyclone. It's the name of the bear. Okay, Little Cyclone is the name of the bear. Grizzly cub. Okay, small cub. Grizzly name, it's from North America. This cub, it's a gray in hair. That's why grizzly cub. It's called a grizzly cub. Okay, written by William Temple Hornaday. William Temple Hornaday. Okay. Give importance for this author also, topic and author. Okay. Then warm up. Warm up, some questions are asked. Please, you have to analyze this. Okay. Why are some animals endangered? Why can you say that? Yes, because people are hunting. One thing. That is why it is extinct. Okay, endangered. Then people occupy the forest. Forest plays everything. So this also another reason. Then food, deforestation, like many causes are there, okay, for the extinction of this animals. Then why do wild animals from the forest often enter human living space? What's the reason? Because of deforestation, there is no water. Okay, human being occupy the place, that's why it comes here, right? No food, everything. A lot of reasons are there. Then, are animals happy? And wildlife rehabilitation center. The center means like a zoo. Okay. Sometimes some wounded animal, get by the forest people. Then what do? They just treat that and just they would treat it and what can I say? Later they let it to in forest. Some they take care. Okay, but we cannot predict whether they are happy in that place. Okay, so like this, some questions are given. You just go through it and analyze. Think about this. Shall we get into the topic? Now read the story about a young bear cub. The story is about young bear cub that bravely fended off. Phrasal verb, which means defend boldly. Defend, protect itself. Okay, protect boldly a possible attack from much bigger and ferocious fears, okay, anchor our fellow animals in the cage. Willpower and self-confidence triumph over brute strength. See, in this topic, when you listen, just keep your mind to one concept. See, for example, in our where we enter in a new place, for example, for in college or hostel, when you go there, or movies also we could see that. Okay, so definitely there would be seniors, right? We heard that they tease the junior, ragging, teasing, all these things, they make fun of us, all these things happen, right? Similarly, when they tease us, we are new, we don't know the atmosphere, we are somewhat afraid of, right? Because people, teachers, education, everything is new for us, right? So we are somewhat reserved only. In that time, senior batch students, they rag us, do this, do that. Like they make use of us and make fun of us, all these things happen. In that particular time, how do you react? That is what, okay. If you are so silent, if you are afraid of, if they noticed that if you are afraid of, definitely they will tease again and again, right? At the same time, if you resist, okay, oppose, okay, if you show that you are anchored, if you resist certain things, if you give counter, or if you respond, definitely you could find some changes. That is what self-confidence and willpower, okay, that's up to you only. So if you, how you are reacting, as per that the situation changes. Okay, so keep this in your mind. Similarly, this animal also, it lived in the forest freely, okay, without a fear. That is what its house. Suddenly, someone catch that animal, bear or whatever animal, and caged in that zoo or like that. Okay, there also many animals were. So at first, how it's what is that situation? How does it face other animal? Similarly, the same situation. Okay, if it is quiet, definitely others will fight each other. Like many things happen, right? But at the same time, bravely it oppose, resist. That is somewhat different. No one approach, no one tease, right? Keep this concept in your mind, okay? Yes. So here, this animal, this little cyclone, how it defended, fended, protect, okay, opposed, and ferocious fellow animals in a cage. In that cage, some animals were, how it reacted, how it protected itself. That's what it says. Willpower and self-confidence triumph over brute strength. Clear? Then we find little kids hugging their teddies, you know what, right? Teddy bear toys, we like that. Kids definitely fond of this teddy bears, and not parting from them even when they sleep. Yeah, they won't separate from it, okay, even their sleep also. Perhaps the warm and furry appearances of the bear attracts them and offers them comfort. Yes, this warmth, when it hugs it, it gets somewhat comfort, okay, it feels safe and it feels comfortable. They love the doll so much that they spend their time feeding it, dressing it up and holding it to their, yeah, kids play with this, dressing, bathing, like grooming it, the toys, like many things does, you might have noticed, right? That's what, so always it hugs, bosom meaning chest, okay, hold against the chest. Clear? First paragraph. We find little kids hugging their teddies and not parting, not separating from them even when they sleep. Perhaps the warm and furry, that it's hair, okay, that fur. Okay, furry hair, very soft. Appearance of the bear attracts them and offer them comfort. They love the doll so much that they spend their time feeding it, dressing it up and holding it to their bosom. Clear? The next, little kids cry when they are separated from their mothers. Yes, definitely the kids, we snatch the toys, definitely they scream, right? Yes, mothers too would not allow their children to be taken away from them. Yes, even mothers also. Similarly, this animals, we take away, right? We caged birds, animals and all, we just take away from its mother, right? The mother also will not allow it. It is a sin. We are not supposed to do that. Okay, please try to avoid such things. Yes, mothers too would not allow their children to be taken away from them. Yes, no one allows that, right? Then, how do you think animals would behave when they are isolated from their families? Just imagine how these kids, anything, animals, birds, whatever it's, how do they live their life, isolated life, separated from its mother? How do they lead its life? That is what, how do you think animals would behave? How do they behave when they are isolated from their families? Clear? Then, here is an interesting story of a young grizzly bear which proved its strength and grit. Grit means confidence, not wishing to be cowed down or dominated by other bigger bears. Yes, here here is an interesting story of young grizzly bear. See, this talk about young grizzly bear, which is proved its strength. Okay, it is separated from its mother and it's proved its strength and grit, confidence, not wishing to cow down. It is not ready to get down in front of others. Okay, not ready to obey by others teasing or fighting, all these things, or dominated by other bigger bears. It is not afraid of by seeing other bigger senior bears. Okay, how it confidently, boldly faced that situation and earned its name. That is what says here. Clear? Here is an interesting story of a young grizzly bear which proved its strength and grit, not wishing to cow down or dominated by other big bears. Clear? Then, little cyclone is grizzly cub from Alaska. This little cyclone, it's a grizzly cub. Okay, bear's young one is called a cub. It is from Alaska. Alaska is state. Okay, United States. Then, who earned his name by the vigor of his resistance to ill treatment. How did he earn this name, little cyclone? By the treatment, ill treatment. It resisted, opposed the ill treatment by other bears through that. Okay, with full of confidence and vigor. Vigor meaning strength. Okay, when his mother was fired at means shot. Okay, human being, this human being shot the mother, killed the mother. Okay, on the timbered hillside, that hillside. Okay, look at the pictures, you could see that, you could find. Okay, so hillside, they shot this mother and facing Chilkat River. It's a river, okay, near the Chilkat River. He and his brother ran away as fast as their stumpy little legs. Stumpy, fat, short and fat, thick. With that small leg, it ran away. Okay, could carry them. When they crept here, they had last seen her. They thought her asleep. See here, they were so happy. Look at the picture, mother and two cubs. Okay, happily they lived their life. They are like a demon, human appeared. Okay, he shot, he killed it is happening. Okay, he killed the mother and they tried to take away this cub. Okay, so when they killed the bear, this kids, it ran away. Okay, it ran away with the small leg, it ran away. Then after a while, it creeped. Okay, creeped and got back to its mother. But the kids doesn't know. They don't know. Okay, they don't know the mother died. They shot. With that warmth, they hugged his mother and slept that day. Okay, that evening they slept well. The next morning, and cuddling, hugging up close against her yet warm body, they slept peacefully until morning. Yes, these kids don't know. Okay, mother died, but that at that time the body would be somewhat warm, right? So they thought mother is sleeping, like that it thought, and hugged mother and slept there. Before the early morning sun had reached their side of the mountain, and two orphans were awakened by the rough grasp of human hands. Okay, before the early morning, sun had reached. See, the next day, sun appeared. That time, when they woke up that mountain place, the two orphans were awakened by the rough grasp of human hand. This human being, they grasped this kid. They were sleeping, hugging its mother, and slept. So humans, they grabbed this bear, this cub, and violently they bit and scratched and bowled aloud with rage. See, usually when we grab this cat, kitten, or a small dog, puppy, or whatever, even birds also, what do? They immediately bit us, scratch our body, scream, like that it does, right? Similarly, this bear also, when this human person grabbed that, it with this claws, and it started making noise and wriggling and attacking, scratching, everything, bawled. One of them made a fight so fiercely and terrible that his nervous captor let him go. Yeah, one of the two people grabbed. So one, he couldn't manage that much. It fiercely, it fought, with this sharp paws, it screeched, making noise and biting, everything it did. So he couldn't manage. So he left it, let it go. Suddenly he left it. So it ran away, it escaped. Then terrible nervous captor let him go. And that one is still on the Chilkut. That one escaped. Two bear were, one escaped somehow by scratching him and making noise and wriggling, everything. One escaped. We need to think about the next bear. I stop here. Do you understand this much? So cubs, a bear and two cubs, they happily lived in the forest. Suddenly a man shot this, killed the bear and cub. That they tried to snatch that, grab it and taken away. So in that, one somehow escaped. Clear? So please read this, and the assignment is you have to write in your own words the summary. Do that. Meet you in the next class. Thank you.